Well, if you're looking for a way to make money online, if you've been researching, I'm sure you've probably come around the term Forex trading, or you've come around people talking about Forex trading, but what is it in reality? Right, so today we're going to be discussing what is Forex trading, and I'm going to be I'm going to be explaining to you in a way that you'll be able to understand to make money. But first and foremost, this video is not about, I'm not giving financial advice in this video, right? This video is for informational purposes only, right? And for educational purposes only, right? So what are we going to be discussing in this video, right? So in today's video, first and foremost, we are going to be talking about what Forex trading is. And secondly, I'm going to be giving you an example, right? So that you'll be able to understand exactly what I'm talking about, right? And then thirdly, I'm going to be telling you how we can make money, right? How you can make money, or whatever, right? How you can make money trading Forex, right? And then fourthly, what we're going to be talking about is what we are aiming, right? What you will be aiming in order to make money, right? So mind my spellings, right, and my handwriting, mind everything about this video, because it's my first time to sharing a video like this, right? And then fifthly, right, we're going to be discussing how we can so what we'll be looking for, right, on the charts, so like what I'm going to be looking for, how you can be looking at the charts, right? And I'm just going to be, I will show you the charts, right, what I mean, right? You'll be able to understand exactly what I'm talking about, right? And then lastly, this is going to be the last step, we're going to be talking about how we are going to be able to start trading, right? So like a guide of what you need, right, in order to start trading, in order to start making money, right? So first of all, right, as I mentioned, what we are going to be doing first is going to be explaining what Forex trading is, right? So Forex trading is from the word Forex, right? You can subdivide it, right? Forex, so like it's two words over here, right? There's two words over here, for and x, right? So Forex, right, the first four, it means just foreign, right? And then x is standing for exchange. Of course, I wasn't talking about your x, right? So that's what Forex is, right? So foreign exchange, right? So what are we exchanging over here, right? So let's say we've got we're exchange. I think you know what exchange means. Is so like just switching possession of something, right? So it's so like barter trade, right? So it's just along those lines. But in this case, what are we exchanging? We're exchanging foreign currencies, right? So what does this mean, right? So let's say we've got maybe let's say the USD over here, right? And we've got the GBP on the other side over here, right? So we've got the euro, USD GBP, sorry. I don't know why I wanted to put euro in there, but we've got what? The USD GBP, right? So this, what we're going to be doing is when we buy a chart, right? So this is a chart, is the usually is, I did this interchangeable, but it's GBP USD, but we just work with this, right? So what we're going to be doing, what this means is when you are buying on the chart, right? So the chart, something like that, right? So when we are buying, right? So it's like we are buying what? This GBP over here, right? So when you are buying this, right? So let me put an arrow over here. At the same time, you are simultaneously selling this, right? So it's just as simple as let's say you are coming from the United States, right, and you are going to be Britain, right? Of course, your US dollars aren't going to work in in Britain, right? So when you get to the airport, of course, you're going to be exchanging the USD that we have in exchange for the GBP, for the pounds, GBP pounds, right? So that's what this exchange is about, right? So this over here, right, is the example that I was talking about, right? So it's simultaneously buying and selling, right? So whenever you are buying something, you are selling something, right? So whenever you buy shoes or anything, even food, right, you're exchanging your money for either the food or the shoes, whatever it is that you're buying, right? So that's sort of like what that's the same with this, right? So you can't sell GBP on its own, GBP against GBP, right? So you have to be in exchange, right? So you're losing something in order to gain something, or something along those lines. If you're selling something, you are also being given something, right? You're not giving anything out for free, right? So this is what this is, right? So how can you make money? How can you utilize this example that I was talking about in order for you to make money, right? So what we're going to be doing over here, right? How you are going to be making money, right? So right over here, this is what we'll be aiming at, right? So the third point, so like the third and the fourth, right? I'm going to be mixing them both together. What you're aiming for is to buy low, right? Buy low and sell high, right? So what does this mean? Right over here, right? So when I mean buy low is, we're saying, let's say let's just take this for example, right? You're buying something when it's very cheap, right? So let's say maybe it's okay. I'm going to be giving an example of food. So like food, right? Currently I'm in Zimbabwe, right? So let's say you buy maize, right? Maize is so like the staple crop over here, right? Staple food is sadza, right? I don't even know if you know it, but let's just work with maize, right? So let's say you buy maize when it's very cheap, right? So let's say it's running for what, $3 a bucket, right? It's just after people have finished harvesting and all that stuff, right? So that's when you'll be buying, right? You're buying something when the price is very, very low, right? So what this does is it gives you an advantage, right? So let's say we're going further in the year, right? Past few seasons, July, August, right? And maybe around August or somewhere there, or maybe let's say there's a drought the following year, and you as for you already had bought this maize when it was going for $3 USD, right? And there's a drought and all that, right? And now the price of maize is obviously going to rise, right? So over here, right, you bought when the price was very low, right? And when there's a drought, there's high demand for maize, right? Obviously the price is going to rise because there's a shortage of maize, right? So over here maybe the price can go up to maybe $8 or $10 a bucket, right? So what we are going to capitalize over here is we're also going to have to sell when the price is high, right? So what this does is, let's say you sold for $10, right? You've made a profit of $7, right? So that's what you are aiming at, right? You are analyzing and seeing that is this the lowest point the market can go, right? If it's the lowest point the market can go, you have to buy at that point, right? And when the price rises, you analyze also and see this. I don't think that the market is going to surpass this level, right? It's reached its max limit, right? So over here you're going to be selling, right? Because you know that if I hold too much, right, if I don't sell right now, right, maybe it's going to rain, or maybe there's going to come another supplier or something like that, right? And the price, if there comes another supplier, right, the price will start dropping again, right? So maybe the price will come back to $6, right? And you're going to be forced to sell, and now you are only going to be gaining a profit of $3, right, compared to gaining a profit of $7, right? So that's what you're aiming to do. That's your aim, right? So this is how you make money, right? So like you're capitalizing on buying low and selling high, right? But the advantage with Forex now is, so like you don't have to in order to sell something, it doesn't mean that you must have it in hand, right? You can just sell when you think that the market has reached its limit. It doesn't mean you must have bought the thing beforehand, right? You can just sell whenever you want, right? So this is what we're going to be doing, right? So how can we like analyze all this, right? This is achieved by analyzing what we call the charts, right? So like the candlesticks, the charts, right? So the market moves in waves, right? It moves in what I would like to call what we call waves, right? So let me go to this page right here, right? So the market moves in waves, right? So if the market is going up, right, it doesn't go up in a straight line like this, right? It so like goes up, right, and then it does a little pullback, right, goes up again, another pullback, up. So it's so like what, it doesn't go in a straight line, right? So whenever there's a pullback like this, right, so this is when the price is what, is going low, right, and you have to buy over here when you see that the prices is dropped, right, the prices have dropped, and you're anticipating that the market, what, the price will rise again, right? So you buy at these points over here, right, and let's say you're selling, right, you see that the market is so like overextended, right? There are not many people that are buying over here, so obviously some people are going to sell their commodities or their what, so like some people are going to sell some of their positions over here, right? So right over here, if you're in a trade, when people are looking to sell, you have to what, to exit your trades, right? And if you're not in a trade, you're also looking to sell over here, right? So you have to sell high and buy low, right? This opposite was also true for a market going down. It doesn't go in a straight line, right? There is always pullback, right? So whenever there's a pullback like this, these are your chances to what, to enter, right? We're going to be discussing more on that later, right? And let me just show you some few examples of so like what the charts look like, right? This is what the charts look like over here. Let me just so like zoom in, right? Or let me zoom out, in fact, because this is what the charts look like, right? So right over here, as you can see, let's take this for example. Over here we're going down, right? Go down, we have a pullback, right? And you see that the price has reached what, its limit is, the price is likely going to drop again, right? The price drops, here's another pullback, drops again, another pullback, and drops, right? It doesn't just go straight down, right? So whenever there's a pullback, these areas over here, that's where we're going to be looking forward for our chances to sell, right? For our chances to enter, right? So that's how we use these charts to enter the market, right? So over here again, we've got a push up, a pullback, we look for entries over here, a push up, a pullback, right? We look for entries over here. So on this entry, we'll be looking for our buys, right? And when you buy, let's say you enter your position over here, as the market goes up, that's when your profits will also be increasing, right? So your profits increase depending on the lot size that you used, right? So let's say over here going up, right? So let's say you staked a what, a dollar lot over here, right? So you staked a dollar lot, dollar lot versus someone who staked what, who staked a 0.01 lot, right? Maybe let's say your price will be, as market goes up, right, your price will be, so like your profit will be increasing by $1, $2 as the market moves, right? And this one will be increasing by what, maybe let's say 0.01, 0.02. But this is good when you are winning money, but remember the opposite is also true, right? So let's say you buy over here, right? You buy over here and the market actually decides to what, to drop, or let's say you sell over here. That's the perfect example. Let's say you sell over here, the market drops a little bit, you are in a little bit profit, right? And the market, as the market starts going up, you are losing money, right? So the same rate that you win money is also the same rate that you lose money, right? So you don't have to over risk when you're trading, because remember, you can have high rewards. The more you risk, the more you can make money. You can make or lose money, right? So you have to always keep your losses in check, because you have to minimize your losses and maximize on your profits, right? So as for me, I'm actually studying mining engineering right now, and I'm coming from attachment actually, right? So so like the rule of thumb, so like when you are mining, right, the main aim is to make the highest return while minimizing the costs, right? So we want to make the highest amount of profit that we can, right, using the minimum resources that we can, right? So so like we're leveraging, right? We're risking, maybe let's say we're investing $10 or $100 in order to make what, $1,000, right? So that's so like the beauty of trading, because you are risking, you are leveraging a small amount, right, in order to make more money, right? So that's like the beauty of trading, right? So how do we actually start trading, right? So first of all, what we are going to need is a broker, right? A broker is so like the mediator between you and the markets, right? So a broker is, without a broker you can't start trading, you can't make money using trading, you can't even trade at all, right? So I've left a link in the description down below of a broker that I use, right? You can trade currencies using that broker, synthetics, anything that you want to trade at all, the metals, gold, synthetics, the stock markets, the Nasdaq, anything that you want to trade at all, right? This broker has it. It's Deriv, right? And I will also leave a broker that's specifically only for currencies, right? And I will leave that link in the description box down below, right? And this having a broker alone is not enough, right? Forex actually needs you to invest your time, your knowledge, your patience, right? So what I want you to do is, for the next 3 months, if you are interested in learning, right? For the next 3 months, I want you to look for books that you can study, right? You can start by maybe look for Baby Pips, look for that book. As for me, I didn't actually finish this book because it was monotonous, and I had already started trading. So I read this book when I had already started trading, right? Look for Baby Pips and some other books, right? Look for price action. This is actually the best. Price action, research more on price action, right? And I'm also going to be leaving a playlist in the description box, or you can check my playlist. I will create a playlist so that guides you. It will be for beginners, right? And it's going to be about price action, what you need to know. And I'm actually going to be creating more videos on how to start trading, or because you need a strategy in order to start trading. You need a strategy, and always have your psychology in check, because Forex is actually easy, because as I showed you, just wait for these pullbacks, right? And you take your entries, but that's not the end game. That's not only it, right? Because it's highly emotional, right? Because you are watching your money go down, right? In drawdown, losing money, and sometimes you win, and all those emotions, all those mixed emotions. That's why people lose in Forex trading, right? So you also have to keep your psychology in check, research more on psychology, and I think you'll be good to go. And so for the next 3 months, if you're trading, only do it on demo, right? 3 to 6 months, right? Until you get the edge, you get an edge, and you see what works and what doesn't. And from there, you can start by risking a little bit. You can invest, you can deposit a small amount, so you just get your emotions. Because when you're trading demo, there isn't that much about there are no emotions involved, right? So you obviously win more, right? But when you invest a little bit of $10, just so that you can get the hang of the emotions, you can feel how it feels, right? And you actually start seeing that Forex is not as easy as it seems, right? But once you get the hang of the psychology and all that, you are good to go, right? You can invest more, and you'll grow as you start trading, right? So you will be able to adapt, right? So, and remember, you are the bridge between where you are and your dreams, right? So do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Peace.